Chennedy Carter recently found herself in the spotlight for all the wrong reasons after ESPN ranked Caitlin Clark higher than her on their top 25 WNBA players list. While the WNBA has been gaining more popularity, largely thanks to standout rookies like Caitlin Clark, not everyone in the league is thrilled about Caitlin's rising star. Chennedy Carter, who has been one of Caitlin's most vocal critics, was particularly upset by ESPN's decision to place Caitlin above her, and her reaction has sparked quite a bit of discussion. The ESPN list features some of the WNBA's most established and respected players, such as Aja Wilson, Breanna Stewart, and Sabrina Ionescu. Among these well-known names, Caitlin Clark has been steadily climbing the ranks, drawing attention for her remarkable skills and potential. However, despite her talent, Caitlin's transition into the WNBA has not been entirely smooth. In her debut game, she scored 20 points, an impressive feat for any rookie, but she also set an unfortunate record by committing 10 turnovers, the most in a WNBA debut game. The early part of Caitlin's WNBA career has been challenging, with her team experiencing several losses. One possible reason for this slow start could be the tough schedule they faced early on. However, when a player enters the league with as much hype as Caitlin, there is an expectation that they will perform at a high level right away. The reality is that every WNBA player has heard the buzz about Caitlin for over a year, with many considering her a generational talent. No team wants to be the one that allows her to dominate, which adds extra pressure on Caitlin to prove herself. Caitlin had very little time to rest between her last college game and her first WNBA game, which likely contributed to her struggles. Most rookies either start their careers by spending some time on the bench to adjust to the WNBA's pace, or they have less responsibility than Caitlin did from the outset. During this period of adjustment, Caitlin had a tense encounter with Chennedy Carter. In a moment that shocked many, Chennedy shoulder tackled Caitlin when she wasn't looking, a move that seemed to have no justification and was seen by many as a cheap shot. Kennedy's frustration with Caitlin's rising status and the recognition she's receiving could lead to further tensions in the league. Whether these feelings will continue to affect Kennedy's performance and behavior on the court remains to be seen. But it's clear that Caitlin Clark's presence in the WNBA is already stirring up strong emotions among her peers. Afterward, Chennedy chose not to say anything about Caitlin. The incident was so serious that even people like Shannon Sharp criticized WNBA players for going after Caitlin.
That's not basketball. That's bull jive. That's bush league.
Yeah.
Now, you woman enough to check the woman and she ain't got the ball, but you ain't woman enough to answer questions?
NBA players often get targeted too, but in a friendlier way. For example, young rookies want to dunk on LeBron James because it would be a great highlight for them. When Wemby joined the league, everyone wanted to dunk on him too. But no one really tries to harm or injure other players. It's been odd to see how some women players have reacted to Caitlin, who seems to just be playing the game without doing anything unusual. What's even stranger is that Kennedy's teammate, Angel Reese, had a rough incident with Caitlin in one of their games. Reese was coming from behind, while her teammate Isabel Harrison was also going for the ball. The former LSU star seemed to try to block, but ended up hitting Caitlin Clark's head. At first, the officials called it a personal foul, but after reviewing it, they upgraded it to a flagrant one. This kind of thing does happen in basketball because it's a physical sport. However, since it was Caitlin, many people think Angel crossed a line and hit her on purpose. Reese, on the other hand, believes she did nothing wrong. In her post-game interview, it was clear that she was upset with how the media portrayed Caitlin. She also had issues with the referees, who seemed to favor Caitlin.
Can you kind of, on the flagrant, did you feel like that?
The basketball play.
Yeah. Did you feel feel like that was the appropriate call or?
It's a basketball player. I can't control the refs. They affected the game obviously a lot tonight. So.
But did look at it like you were going for the ball.
I mean, I'm always going for the ball, but y'all gonna play that clip 20 times before Monday?
Angel and Caitlin have had a rivalry since their college days, and maybe Chennedy felt she needed to continue that rivalry to support her new teammates. However, it's important to note that Chennedy is a talented player on her own and doesn't need to rely on these kinds of actions to stay relevant. Back in college, during a home game, Chennedy had an incredible moment. Her team was losing, but she wasn't about to let her brothers and dad see her defeated. In the second half, she focused and started making her shots. With just under 2 minutes left, her team was still down by 6 points. They stepped up their defense, and Chennedy made a few shots, but missed an important free throw. Then, DePaul's Kelly Campbell missed a shot, and Kennedy's teammate, Jazz Lumpkin, grabbed a crucial rebound. She passed the ball to Chennedy, who noticed the clock showed 10.4 seconds. Chennedy quickly started dribbling, dodged a defender with a crossover, and took the shot. She knew it was good even before it went in. DePaul barely had time to respond before the game ended. However, Kennedy's WNBA career has been full of controversy. The Atlanta Dream drafted her as the number 4 pick in the 2020 WNBA draft, and she performed well despite some injuries. But the Dream suspended her for conduct that hurt the team. The trouble started when Courtney Williams asked Chennedy to cheer on her teammates from the bench, leading to an argument that escalated after the game. Chennedy reportedly wanted to fight Williams, but Williams backed off, and no physical fight happened. The Dream suspended Chennedy indefinitely and later traded her to the Los Angeles Sparks for the 2022 season. Chennedy played 24 games for the Sparks, nearly as many as she did in 2 years with the Dream. However, her playing time was cut, averaging just 16.4 minutes and 8.9 points per game. The Sparks benched her for poor behavior, and although she was under contract for the 2023 season, they released her in the off-season. After this, Chennedy decided to play professionally in Turkey at just 24 years old. She had played there briefly after her rookie season, but left to be closer to home. In her second stint in Turkey, she excelled, averaging 24.1 points, 5 assists, and 4.7 rebounds per game for Bursa Uludağ. Her performance caught the attention of WNBA teams, and she signed with the Chicago Sky for the 2024 season. But once again, she found herself in controversy due to a reckless cheap shot on Caitlin Clark. Her actions have often overshadowed her excellent play. When she saw that she was ranked 24th, well below Caitlin, she couldn't control her frustration. She went on a social media rant, questioning why her stats, which are among the best in the league, didn't match her low ranking. Despite having a strong season, averaging 17.2 points per game, Chennedy was not selected for the WNBA All-Star Game, while Caitlin Clark was. From the moment Caitlin entered the WNBA, she has been breaking records, and it's not surprising since she's been setting new standards for years. Caitlin will likely continue to break more records in the future. Caitlin Clark has made a huge impact in her rookie season, breaking several records along the way. She holds the record for the most consecutive double-doubles with points and assists in a rookie season. She also has the most double-doubles by a rookie guard, is the first rookie to record a triple-double, and leads in single-game three-point field goals made by a rookie. Additionally, she's the youngest player to record back-to-back double-doubles with points and assists. These are just some of her WNBA records. In just one season, Caitlin has set 7 different records for the Indiana Fever, making her an all-time great in the franchise's history. Caitlin leads the league in points scored or assisted by any player this season, surpassing big names like Sabrina Ionescu, Arike Ogunbowale, and Aja Wilson. Her rookie season has been nothing short of legendary, quickly establishing her as one of the best players in the league. It's no surprise she's ranked so high on ESPN's list. Some might even argue that she deserves to be ranked even higher. On the other hand, Chennedy might be upset about the rankings, but it's difficult to challenge Caitlin's massive impact on the WNBA. Caitlin isn't just changing the game on the court, she's also influencing the business side of basketball. Her influence extends beyond her impressive stats and into the broader world of sports. Meanwhile, despite having a strong season herself, Chennedy is mostly remembered for her cheap shot at Caitlin and her outbursts off the court. These incidents have overshadowed her accomplishments, making her her own worst enemy. In contrast, Caitlin's success and positive influence are likely to leave a lasting mark on the WNBA. What are your thoughts on this? Share your comments below and don't forget to subscribe.